There's one mistake that most of the gym bros do when they go to bench press. And when I started to lift weights, I was doing the exact same mistake. Here you can see me do this exact mistake during my first ever powerlifting competition, where I bench press 120 kilos or 264 pounds at a body weight of 74 kilos or 163 pounds. Some years and some technical improvements later, so in this video, we're going to talk about the pro tip that I use in order to maximize my bench strength, and also if some of you guys are not feeling their chest when they're doing some bench press, this will be very, very helpful. So the mistake beginners do is they usually don't properly engage their chest prior to bench pressing. And that's a huge mistake. So if when you start to bench press, you keep this straight position, as you can see, I have an okay movement, but we don't want an okay movement, we want the best movement we're able to produce. So instead of simply lowering the bar until it touches my chest, one very good cue that I like and that allowed me to develop a lot my bench strength is actually, instead of just lowering the bar, you want to meet the bar with your chest. Here I'm simply lowering the bar towards my chest, and here I'm meeting the bar with my chest. And as you can see, there's a huge difference. So that allows for two things. Number one, you'll have a better involvement in terms of muscles. More muscles involved in the movement equals more strength. And also, because it pre-stretches your pecs, you'll have a better hypertrophy with the bench press. And if you're doing bench press and you don't feel your chest when doing so, and you don't have a big chest, although you bench quite often, that's probably the reason why. If you look at every top-level powerlifter who benches a lot of weight, they all have big chest, and that's the reason why. So now I'm going to show you how it looks with the barbell. As you'll see here, I'm doing my usual setup. Here, I'm not meeting the bar with my chest. I'm simply lowering the weight. And as you can see, I have a pretty substantial amount of range of motion, and also, I personally don't feel my chest very involved in the movement. Now, I'll actually meet the bar with my chest. And although it's a slight difference, it doesn't change a whole lot in terms of movement. It does changes substantially the movement. So again, remember, in order to properly bench press, you want to pre-engage your chest into the movement. You just don't want to lower the bar towards you. You want to meet the bar with your chest before lowering the weights. But there's actually another mistake beginners do that just prevents you from achieving this position. And that mistake is having the rack height too high. I've explained it in a previous video that you'll find here, but during the bench press setup, you want to have your shoulders into the bench press. And that's also one of the prerequisites, that's a hard word to say in English, in order to lower the bar, but also meet with your chest at the same time. So if when you go to unrack the bar, you simply roll your shoulders forward, you just end up in a position where you can't do anything about it. So I'll just show you what it looks like. Here, if I unrack the bar and roll my shoulders forward, it's just impossible for me to meet the bar with my chest. As you can see, I can just lower the bar, and my positioning is not good and it won't allow me to bench press heavy. So on the contrary, what you want to do is, instead of rolling the shoulders forward in order to unrack the bar, you simply want to do a slight elbow extension to clear the rack. And as you can see, here I'm in a position where my shoulders are anchored and I can meet the bar with my chest. So even though you know how to engage your chest prior to bench pressing, if when you unrack the bar, you have this roll of your shoulders, it's actually done. You won't be able to recover from that. So make sure you set the rack height properly. When you unrack the bar, you simply extend the elbows. And personally, what I think about when I'm unracking the bar is I don't think of an upward movement. I actually think the opposite. I feel as if I'm pushing into the bench, and it's just a slight elbow extension. And from this position, I can then meet the bar with my chest, open my chest, and from there, I'm in a very good position to bench press, not only for strength, but also for muscle gains. There you have it, guys. One pro tip that allowed me to develop my bench press. If you like this video, make sure to like it, make sure to leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. That's one of the best ways you can support. And also, if you want to take it to the next level, I have my own personal powerlifting programs available on my training app. So it's very simple. You have one monthly subscription, and with that simple subscription, you have an access to 15 powerlifting programs, and there's everything into the app. So you just simply type in your max, and the program, the app tells you everything: how many reps, how many sets, with what weight, and those programs will definitely help you get stronger. So if you want to get stronger, I'll meet you there. Thepanash.app. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and see you in the next one.